I got into guitar about 21 years ago. Me and a friend of mine, we thought it'd be just an awesome idea to just to emulate what the people were doing on MTV, play instruments and things like that. And so I kind of knocked around with the guitar a little bit, played a few basic tunes, but then I heard this album that my brother had said, you might want to check this out. The level of guitar playing was, he said it was a little bit higher than what I had been used to with some of the other bands I'd been listening to. So it was a tape of Yngwie Malmsteen, and the album was called Trilogy. And so I put the cassette tape in, and this was, of course, the late 80s, so we had the cassette tapes there. And so I put it in, and I was completely and utterly blown away that was a guitar. I couldn't believe it. I'll play a little bit of it. It was just, it was this a very last track on the album called Trilogy, which is the title track for the whole album. And I was like, wow. It had harpsichords and guitar and the counterpoint bass parts. It was completely amazing to me. It sounded just unbelievable. I thought it was a keyboard. And that's when I decided I really wanted to take guitar seriously after hearing that. Hopefully my playing here is doing it justice, but it was a piece that profoundly affected me to the point where it made me realize how much I really took music more seriously after that. I really wanted to eventually play that piece. But at the time, I was not capable of doing that. So I did what everybody else does and just work on songs from different bands. And then eventually, I got to the point where I could even play just a few notes of it, and I was excited about it. And tackling pieces of that magnitude just improved my guitar playing just massively. And that led to other players, too, that I would listen to of the same genre, which is called the neoclassical genre. I got into players like Vinnie Moore, Tony McAlpine, Paul Gilbert. Of course, Paul Gilbert, for that string skipping stuff that he does. That's a little bit of a Paul Gilbert example. All the string skipping, a lot of late 80s guitar players know the neoclassical stuff there. And then, of course, that led me to really get into classical music and study things from Bach and Beethoven. A lot of those particular guitar players are influenced by classical composers. And so I really started getting into that and studying things from Bach and Paganini, Vivaldi, Mozart, play a little bit of that too. Really cool stuff, a lot of pedal point type things. I got heavily immersed in that, and then that just pushing my style even further. And then around that time, when I was really getting into the whole classical thing, my own songwriting started to take shape. And that's when I started to really record.